You want answers?
I think I'm entitled.
You want answers?
I want the truth!
You can't handle the truth!
Hey folks, welcome back to the Prepared Mind channel. We've got one hell of a video here for you. Like this video. Share this internet address so people can watch it. Subscribe. If you're not subscribed, subscribe. If you're not on subscribestar.com or if you're not on thepreparedmind.club, I recommend you get there. Folks, the government is on very thin ice. Very thin ice. 1776, what happened then? The people said no more. Never again. Not going to happen to us. We're done. We declare our independence. Folks, it's happening right now in 2022. People are saying, what? Not on my watch. Not going to happen. These people are on thin ice with the American people. We're supposed to be afraid and scared. Well, we might be, but we're also pissed off and we see what's going on. Folks, the judge who signed off on the warrant used by the FBI to go to President Trump's house with machine guns, folks, fully automatic weapons of war, to go after what? Some papers? They needed weapons of war. And I'm using that term the way they refer to our sporting rifles, our semi-automatic tinker toys compared to the fully automatic weapons of war. They show up with weapons of war to get some paper. Oh yeah, this judge was Jeffrey Epstein, the child molester's attorney, and now a judge. He's the one who signed this warrant. But now, folks, he's kind of backpedaling and says the FBI has to release the warrant that was used. Oh, don't worry, it'll be fully redacted and everything else. But they're realizing they're on thin ice. 1776, it's happening. Over 20 years ago, I listened to law enforcement say, well, by today's standards, we would have thought of George Washington and the Patriots, the founding fathers, we would call them terrorists. Well, folks, we are very, very nearly at 1776 again. We are, folks. I mean, what are we seeing? False charges, crooked judges, fake juries, and corrupt proceedings, both in private court and in public hearings like the January 6th crap. Folks, that was the norm in 1776. That was normal back then. And it appears we are right there again. The warrant executed on Trump. It was a political hit at the highest level. Now, the colonial equivalent would have been George Washington having his home ransacked over a claim that he possessed untaxed tea, right? That's how petty this is. The desired effect is fear. Tyrants and fools in Washington, D.C. right now don't realize, well, they're creating some fear, but they aren't creating only fear. They are fomenting righteous indignation and patriotic fury. They started with Waco and Ruby Ridge, folks, directly attacking little people. And as the people of the United States of America have woken up, the corrupt DC machine has gone up the ladder of power, trying to silence and stop the demand for the restoration and respect for the rule of law and our Constitution. And they're now at the top of that ladder. The president of the people, Donald Trump. Like him, love him, respect him, or just tolerate him as the voice of conservatives. He is the president of the people right now. And the Democrats are trying to take him out because they don't want opposition. They don't want anyone in power who offers opposition to this calamity of SHTF, right? The people at the top in DC, the deep state, if you will. All seats of power must be taken from the people for those tyrants to exist. But those idiots, folks, those tyrants don't realize that at that point, when they have to take everyone out, they lose all veils of secrecy, camouflage, and they are naked lying exposed demons. And we're seeing it. Their actions, folks, reveal them to us. And once revealed, they openly act out, and we're seeing it. The attack on the president, the attack on representatives, the attack on the people, the threats, and the promise of violence from the IRS, right? And yes, folks, like 1776, DC has its loyal Tories, its sellouts, its duped, cowardly followers. And even, folks, a majority may support these tyrants in this country, either through idiocy or fear. They may support them, but that doesn't make it valid authority, because this is a republic and we have rules. It is not a democracy, and you can't vote yourself authoritarianism. We are a republic. Rights are eternal, inseparable, inalienable. For everyone in DC, check the Declaration of Independence. It is a valuable and very much alive document. Now, I want to go over this a little more. Where are we at? This is happening now, folks. In Indiana, there's a Republican congresswoman. She isn't a state congresswoman. She is a DC representative for the people of Indiana. She was born in communist USSR, the Union of Soviet Socialist Republics. And she has just harangued the FBI Trump raid as a Soviet communist KGB style tactic. She knows, folks. She grew up under it and saw it firsthand. Everyone in the Soviet Union saw it. Everyone knew what it was. You and I can see it, and we know what it is. And we all need to be very loud. Being quiet won't make them go away. Hiding under our bed and in our closets won't do it. We need to get loud, folks. We need to get loud. Now, I said, hey, I brought to everyone's attention, and everyone already knew, of course, that Trump had been raided. And then there was a Pennsylvania representative. He had his phone taken off him. And now the FBI, folks, is going after Pennsylvania's alternate electors from 2020, they were selected in response to the shenanigans that occurred in 2020, right? They're going after everybody, folks, because they don't want the truth exposed. 2,000 Mules exposed, right? That documentary exposed. We all know, the world knows, folks, not just Americans, the world knows that election, there's some problems. But they want to go after and get warrants for arrest, harass, and threaten people who want liberty and freedom and accountability. Well, what about Hillary's smashed phones, erased hard drives, 33,000 missing emails, all of which were subpoenaed and never provided? Where's her raid? Where is Hillary's warrant? What about Hunter Biden, right? His publicly exposed videos and text messages, right? Crimes involving drugs, prostitution, bribery, graft, extortion, and underage sex. Where's his raid? Where is Hunter Biden's warrant? Over $4 billion in damage was done in 2020. The summer of love, the mostly peaceful protests. If peaceful protests produce $4 billion in damage, I would hate to see what happened if those people became unpeaceful. It's unbelievable and unconscionable. What is the FBI? Because they don't consider Antifa and BLM a problem. They're going after folks. They're going after electors. They're taking the phone off of legitimate congressmen, and they're letting criminals run free. Run free. Night of Long Knives, Kristallnacht. Oh yeah, folks. There's lots of Nazi Germany relevance. There's lots of Soviet Union relevance to reflect upon. The FBI is corrupt, evil, partisan, and makes the secret police, the German Nazi SS, the Gestapo, and the Soviet communist KGB, they can look average right now. And right now, Putin is in Moscow. And I bet he's pleased as punch that the American people are seeing firsthand the evil that exists in DC. And it is unleashed. In 1776, folks, it started. It is happening. All that we're waiting on now is a Declaration of Independence. The demand for the tyrants to go away. And then something else happens after that. Folks, get prepared. Food, water, shelter, clothing, medicine, means of self-defense, and a plan. Get prepared, folks. It's coming. Semper Fi. God bless America.